Hello there, budding artists. My name is Bill Dustwald, and I am the creator of SilverOxide Black and White Plugin. The filter works on both 8 and 16-bit images. I'd like to show you how easy it is to use this filter. I've chosen this color image to demonstrate how the filter works. My workflow is to duplicate the image as a layer and apply the filter to that layer. This leaves the original untouched and allows quick comparison on the effects of the filter. First, I select silver oxide in the filter menu in Photoshop. The filter has several checkboxes, 2 sliders, and filter selection buttons. You can enlarge the image avatar within the filter by clicking the plus sign in the preview checkbox. Each time you click it, the image avatar is enlarged. You can grab the image and move it around if there's a portion of the image that is more important to your composition. You can also use the minus sign to make the image small. The image avatar shows the amount of highlight effect that the brightness slider has on the image. By selecting the brightness slider, you can move it more precisely using the arrow keys on the keyboard to make fine adjustments. This checkbox activates the histogram function, which is shown in this box here. Using the brightness slider along with the histogram shows you where the highlights may clip. I always move the brightness slider until the highlight begins to clip, and then back it down to make sure it will not be clipping in the final image. I leave the gamma slider where it is most of the time. If you want more information about the gamma slider, see our YouTube video on SilverOxide Geeksplaining. Now I will demonstrate these filter settings. When shooting black and white film, color filters were often placed in front of the lens to change the tonality relationships within the film image. The effects of these filters are modeled on filters that we use a lot during film shooting. A red filter will darken the blue sky, making clouds pop, as was often done by Ansel Adams. A yellow filter will be less extreme and allow more tonality and drama. A green filter will be used to brighten green areas of landscapes, allowing differentiation between trees and plains, and that sort of thing. This is where my filter is different from other black and white filters. They give you a slew of sliders, say that 3 times fast, and make you slide until you are bored and blurry-eyed. My plugin gives you filters that are modeled on standard Kodak filters. I click on green and you can see the type of change in tonality of the car with respect to other cars in the photo. Yellow does this, and red does this. I will now enlarge the image to show you how the filters can change the tonality mix within the image. By toggling the filter checkbox, you can see how other colors within the image will change with the selection of the color filter. This button here brings up the copyright info for the plugin, and this brings up the help function. Now I just click OK and the filter settings are applied to the image. The resultant image has a fair amount of tonal range. I use the camera raw filter in Photoshop to adjust the contrast and brightness of the overall image. My workflow with the camera raw filter is to begin at the bottom of the slider stack and work my way up. This way I'm adjusting the brightness and shadow detail so that I can determine if the overall settings of exposure and contrast need to be adjusted. When I'm satisfied, I commit to making the final image. That is how easy it is to enter the realm of black and white, where composition is the most important criteria. To quote the noted photographer Ted Grant, when you photograph people in color, you photograph their clothes. But when you photograph people in black and white, you photograph their souls. I hope you enjoy using the filter, and it will be a stepping stone in your path to making artistic photographs. Thank you for your time.